Now that we've completed the measuring of our 2-on-1 coupled shade system, I just want to go through real quick with you how to fill out the quote request or order form for this particular shade system. So what we have here is an ID column on the left. Okay, this ID column is essentially the room location. So I'm just going to call this lobby. Okay, that's your room location. We have a quantity of 1, and then we're going to give the overall width. So I went through and I did my math, my scribbles here. I had 138 3/4 on my width. And excuse my horrible writing. It's a little bit sloppy, sorry. And then the length of 117 3/4. Okay, so we have our measurements on there. Now, the 2-on-1 system, we need to provide a measurement for the left side and a measurement for the right side. So on the left side, we're going to take my left measurement, which was 79 1/2. Hang on a second. I did 3/4. Yeah, okay. 79 3/8. So we're at 79 3/8. Okay, and then we're going to put a slash. And then the next one we're going to put there is the 59 3/8. Okay, so we have our overall measurement here, and then below it we have the left side slash the right side. This will be cleaner obviously in Excel, but again, this is the information that you need to have on here. Roll type, it's going to be a standard. Okay, standard rolling off the back. We don't have anything that we have to worry about clearing here. We don't have any door handles to clear. We have nothing in the way of us rolling the system off the back. So we're going to roll the system off the back, which is a standard roll. It is a coupled system, so in here you just want to put 2-on-1. So it's a 2-on-1 coupled system. Motor side is going to be on the right, judging by our hole there, which is where we're going to pull the power through. So motor side is on the right. This happens to be a AC motor system, okay, that we're going to use for this. This manual category, you can just put a line through it, okay, not important. This is going to be a ceiling mount, okay, as opposed to a wall mount. In this case, when you're using a head box, and I'll show that to you in a little bit, it really is important to know if it's a ceiling or a wall mount. And I guess really in this case, we would call it a wall mount, actually. So let me educate you on that a little bit. I just educated myself, actually. How about that? What I've opted to do here, this is solid masonry up above. I really don't want to have to go into solid masonry. It's a commercial building. That's going to be really difficult to do, messy, all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat it as a wall mount so that I avoid going into that masonry up above. So with a wall mount, what we'll do is we'll provide you with L brackets. You mount the L brackets first, which I've already done, and then what you do is you mount the head box up into the L brackets with self-tapping screws. So this is a wall mount. You want to specify it as a wall mount so that we include those L brackets for you, because if it's specified as a ceiling mount, we won't include those brackets and you're stuck going up. You can go to the back, but that's going to require a 90-degree bit or attachment, if you will, or a 90-degree drill. Still pretty challenging. So always best to go up, okay, as opposed to back. I'm also going to utilize an outside bracket measurement on this because there are no limitations. I'm not trying to fit within the confines, okay, on the sides. Yes, I am over there, but I'm not over here. So we don't need to worry about the factory providing a deduction. So the measurement that I provide here is the actual bracket to bracket width that you're going to get from production. So we want to stick with an OB so that deduction, that 1/8 of an inch deduction, is not made. The hardware type, we're going to use a 4.5 inch head box on this, okay, which would be designated by a 4.5 HB on the form. And then the color is going to be a clear anodized, so you could just put ANOD, we understand what that is, or clear, whatever. So that's going to match this clear anodized emollient here, which is what we want in this particular instance. Could have also done white to match, but that would be a custom color. Just go with the anodized. Fits into the window system, looks like it's part of the window system. It looks better in my opinion. And as far as the width of the head box, in this particular instance, I'm going to take that head box, the full width of this. So when you measure for this shade system, if you want the head box to continue to go further, because we're not actually putting a shade on this end over here, I'm going to use this section here for doing my wiring and connections and what have you inside the head box, so they're not visible outside the head box. You can order that head box whatever width you want. Just make sure you put that width on here. I don't remember what it is. I'll just put TBD. End caps. We only need an end cap on the right. I'm sorry, no we don't. No end caps here, because this really is wall to wall on the head box. So something to keep in mind, if it's wall to wall on the head box, make sure that you give a 1/8 inch deduction so that when we make that head box, it's going to fit in here and it's not going to be too tight. You need that 1/8 deduction off the overall head box width so that it will fit in here. So really take your own inside mount deduction when you give us that measurement, since the measurement of the box is different from the measurement of the shade. So we'll do an end cap no, okay, and then we'll specify the width of the box, less that 1/8 of an inch. The last remaining things, your fabric name, color. These are fabric related items that you would fill in here. So that's us filling out the quote request form or the order form, explaining to you what all these things mean and things to pay attention to when you're doing your measure. Obviously things to pay attention to when you're placing an order. So we have everything we need. That's it for now.